Just in time for Halloween, creatures of light invade the Perot Museum. Perot educator Evelyn Kuchmak is here to show us these very unusual species and why they're so special. This is basically taking like the love of science and the love of animals and sticking it together and talking about things that glow. We love it.
It's pretty amazing. Now, bioluminescence, you might not be entirely familiar with it,
right?
But it's just a chemical reaction that produces this glowing effect, much like this glow stick.
Okay.
So to activate the glow stick, you do what? You
break it apart. Or
break it apart.
Break it, there you go.
Exactly right. So what I'm actually doing is breaking a tube inside the glow stick. It releases one chemical and mixes with the chemical in the rest of the glow stick.
See, and this is basically what we see inside some of these animals that you're going to show us. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. Actually, why is this so important, first of all?
It's really important because bioluminescence has a lot of applications, both in the medical field and some other industries. For example, these fluorescent proteins in jellyfish can actually be used to track genes and figure out how stem cells specialize.
Wow.
We can even use bioluminescent trees to illuminate highways or crops to tell us when they need to be watered.
Oh, very interesting. So a common example would be like the fireflies that we see that you catch as a kid and put them in a jar, right?
Absolutely, and fireflies are a fascinating example. Even though they're called flies, they're technically from the beetle family, and there are over 2,000 species of fireflies worldwide.
Wow.
And
goodness.
They're really, really fascinating.
And then there's something called dinoflagellate. What is that?
Dinoflagellates. They're actually my personal favorites. So
wow, okay.
Flagellates are these single-celled organisms that bioluminesce when some predator or a tiny crustacean bumps into them. Now, the cool thing about this is it draws attention to this small predator that's about to eat them, and they actually get the attention of larger predators that will come and eat those tiny fish and tiny crustaceans.
So this is in the ocean then?
In the ocean.
This is taking place?
Puerto Rico.
Okay, in Puerto Rico, so you see them a lot there. Are the kids just fascinated when they walk in and see this stuff? I mean, because it's not only is it animals and it's cool, but I mean to see everything lit up and the lights at the Perot Museum are very cool to make it even enhance the exhibit.
Absolutely. It's really fabulous because you see all these animals larger than life that you wouldn't be able to see anywhere else.
Yeah, and we talked about jellyfish. I know that's the one that always amazes me whenever you see the jellyfish that are glowing. That's something that you guys have there that's really special.
Crystal jellies. They both
crystal jellies.
They bioluminesce and they fluoresce.
Really? Okay. Bioluminesce and fluoresce, the things we're learning this morning. And then you even said that mushrooms as well even can have that special look? We
have a recreated woodland environment where you just step in and you see this giant jack-o'-lantern mushroom that's over 40 times the actual size. Now, these mushrooms are really interesting. They bioluminesce as a way to get insects to come and help spread their spores. That's just one theory.
Wow, and then scorpions as well?
Scorpions, they fluoresce. You take a giant UV flashlight over those scorpions and they'll fluoresce a bright green color.
Like just normal scorpions? Really?
Bark scorpions that we have in the area. So if you're trying to look out for them in your neighborhood, you might want to use a UV light.
Really? Something to see. So this is going to start on Halloween, this exhibit then?
Opens on Halloween and runs through February 21st.
Okay. Have you done something like this before?
Well, we talk about bioluminescence at the museum a lot when we talk about extreme adaptations and the dinoflagellates, but nothing quite like this. Seeing all these animals larger than life is really spectacular.
Yeah, and it's nice to tie it in with Halloween as well, so I'm sure there's going to be a good turnout. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. So you can see much more at the Perot Museum. It starts Saturday, as we mentioned, on Halloween. You can find a link to the museum and all the details on our website, fox4news.com. Evelyn, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming up here on